mind too sophisticated to worship God. Because even David, who was the king of all Israel, this was a huge kingdom and he was so wealthy, but even he worshipped God and danced in God's presence. And even people thought he was crazy when he started dancing in God's presence. People thought like he had gone mad when he was worshipping in God's presence. And that's also mentioned in 2 Samuel 6 verse 40 to 22. That is the story when he danced and worshipped God. So regardless of your position, regardless of even if you have like a great job role, like you're getting paid a lot, or like even if you're of a high status, just know that God likes people who are humble. God likes people who have humility, knowing that they're not here because of their own skills. You're not here because of your own qualifications. You're here because of the grace of God. The grace of God overpowers any sort of qualification we'll ever get, and that's what we need to understand. We're not here because of our knowledge or anything that we've done, but everything is because of the love of God. If it wasn't for the love of God, none of us would be here, because we are all stained because of sin. But God, the blood of Jesus has set us all free and redeemed us. And that's what we have to, that's what we're worshipping for. Even if God did no blessings in our life, even if God did not do any miracle in our life, He's still worthy of worship because of the blood that He sacrificed for each and every one of us. When He was on the cross, He thought about each and every one of us. He looked past all the stains of sin on our bodies. He looked past all the stains on our lives, on our minds, and He looked at the genuineness of our hearts. That's what we have to be. When you see someone worshipping, don't judge them. Look past and try to pray for the eyes of Christ, and try to look for the potential in any situation. When Jesus was feeding the 5,000, He didn't see 7 loaves and 5. He didn't see 5 loaves and 2 fishes, but He saw enough to feed 5,000 and to be able to have leftovers as well. So you have to take on the eyes of Christ. Look for the potential in any situation, and the way we do that is through worship, and the way we do that is through maintaining that holiness in our lives and meditating on the scriptures daily. So our God, He's not a static God. He's not like people who are stiff and like who don't open up to Him, but He's a God He's a God of motion, and He's a God of completion. He wants people who are free to be in His presence, and God is able to complete our life. God is able to complete our story. God inserted Himself into the story to redeem us. He created us, and He's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He has no need to come to us. He has no need to be able to intercede for us, because He is so far above us. He is outside of this earth, and He's like an abstract person. But God inserted Himself into the story because of the love for us, and He did it in the worst possible way by putting the worst punishment on Himself. And so He is a God who is worthy of worship, and a God who is worthy of praise.